I'm Shachar Astor. I lead our commercial and operations teams at Telegraph, and I work at Telegraph. Shocker. So as a prior operator myself, I understand what it means to not have underlying information that empowers what you do. And so if we put ourselves in the shoes of a rail shipper, we would see very quickly that knowing where your goods are has downstream impact across your entire organization. It's not just tracking the goods on a map. There are facilities that you're coordinating. You have suppliers, you have vendors, you have internal teams that are dependent on real-time, accurate information. And so real-time visibility, to me, doesn't just mean, hey, here's where my shipment is. It actually means, here are my exceptions, here's what I should do about it, and here's the right information I need to get to the right person at this point in time. There are two types of experiences when it comes to shippers that we've worked with. Some shippers have a set way of managing their operations, managing their downstream communications across the board, and especially shippers that are heavily dependent on rail, sometimes that means you have reactive kind of operations. It's a lot of copying and pasting. It's a lot of fires that you're putting out when exceptions happen. It's not to say that those fires don't exist for shippers that are more tech-enabled and are more proactive. But we've seen that for the shippers that do deploy technology at scale, they're able to streamline communications. They're able to get ahead of those exceptions before they bubble up into a bigger problem. And they're able to really drive a lot of savings in areas where less tech-enabled shippers are spending a lot of money. Yeah, they're dependent on one another in order for a shipper's network to flourish. If you have visibility, that is great. You need to be able to walk into the office any given morning and be able to depend on the data that you're seeing. You need to be able to understand that if you have an ETA of a car that's going to arrive and be placed at your facility, that you could trust that that's going to happen in a reliable time frame every single time. The moment you lose that trust, you start potentially exploring more costly options, more costly modes, or you see more exceptions kind of pile up that you're flat-footed on. I think the whole goal is that, yes, visibility is top of mind, but you need to be able to expect that any given day on any given shipment.